All right, last night we received our first donation of Aiptasia. I went and picked it up from someone's house last night. Thank you so much, Josh, for donating your rocks full of Aiptasia. And check this out. You can see this is our system over where we are growing the Aiptasia. We made these little tanks that have the light. They've got their own bubbles in there. They've got their own heater. We've got some of those bio cubes. And look at these beauties. These are going to become our new prized possessions. They're like, I don't know, the size of a quarter. And there's a lot of them. We're very excited about this. We went and picked them up in a bucket. We've got a lot of bubble coral off of them. And along with that was a lot of bristle worms, which we were very excited about because this guy over here was so excited to receive them. He's still in his little quarantine tank. Now that we're seeing how incredibly useful he is in eating up all the bristle worms, when we receive some donated rocks, he may end up staying in this tank. He loves hanging out with the bubbles. Like, they are such a source of entertainment. He sticks his claw in there all the time. And there was probably, I don't know, about 10 or 15 bristle worms in here last night, teeny tiny ones. And he seems to have consumed all of them. He was very excited to initially receive them. If I can get a video of him eating one, I will. He kind of eats it like corn on the cob. And while we were cleaning this out and we got some of this bubble coral, all kinds of other interesting things came off as well. We picked out what we believed were zoa spiders in there, and Scott said, you know what, just for fun, let's go throw one up on the microscope. So we did. We put it on a slide and we went and looked at it. And I've got to show you how incredibly cool this was. We're looking at the microscope right now for what we thought was a zoa spider. It turns out it's an Aiptasia, and this is one that we would feed to our juvenile Berghia because I don't know if you can even tell, but it's that teeny tiny little black dot over there. It's so tiny, but when we put it under the microscope, we discovered that it had some kind of worm on it. We also noticed this little guy crawling around down here. Oh, there he goes. This is right after we dipped the Aiptasia, and you can see all of those little things are gone. The worms are gone, and this is what we're gonna do before we ever put a teeny tiny Aiptasia like this into the juvenile tank, because those worms, those amphipods, copepods, whatever they were, will eat the Berghia eggs. So we're always gonna dip it. You can see how itty bitty it is, and that's the kind of thing that will go into the juvenile tank to feed them right after they hatch from the Berghia eggs. So we're going to use this microscope a lot, it looks like. So all of that said, we are so excited about all of the Aiptasia growth right now. I'm going to show you our Aiptasia tank as it stands. I keep wanting to call it Astrophage. We call it Astrophage in our house because of the movie Project Hail Mary. We think that the Aiptasia is just like Astrophage. So let me show you what we've got going on up here. You can see I finally cleaned off the glass. Despite that, this tank is still filthy because we are running really high nutrients in this. We still have the brand new teeny tiny one that is growing at an amazing rate on the rock that did not come pre-seeded. Even though it got knocked over by the crabs, we still have this Aiptasia growing on the printed piece so we can move it into its own tank. What I'm most excited about is behind this big guy, look at all the new growth we have. So exciting. And what we're measuring here is just the rate at which we can grow them, so we know how many of the Berghia we can breed and how many and how quickly we can feed them. This rock right here has completely rejected all my attempts to grow Aiptasia on it. I've got a little rock sitting on it trying to get some of those to spread, as has this one. Can't get them in there. I don't know why, but this one again we just got has lots and lots of little guys growing.